Hey guys, you are live with Spilling the Reality with Trisha and Kiley as a part of the Russell Hantz Show. And today we have special guest, creative TikToker, GIFable facial expressions, Big Brother 20 lovable house guest, the beautiful Rachel Swindler.
Aww.
Everyone, virtual round of applause.
I'll give myself one and some pep in the back. Thank you guys.
We have a live chat going as we move through the episode. So we're going to talk a little bit about the episode from last night, the exciting, historic triple eviction. So y'all drop your comments on everything that you're thinking from last night's episode. And we have some feed updates for you guys. So the feeds did come back on early this morning or late last night, depending on your time zone. And we have some updates for you guys. So we will kick it off with Rachel, how are you? Give us a life update.
Oh, a life update. Well, it's my boyfriend's son's birthday right now. So they're building Legos and listening to music. But I slept a lot. But life update. We're doing good. There's a lot of love going around. Business-wise, we could be doing a little bit better. Just because of the coronavirus, all shows and everything has stopped. So, so that sucks. But besides that, we're doing good. Yeah.
Good.
So
what do you think about this season so far?
Oh, okay.
There's a lot here. A lot to unpack.
Yeah. A lot to unpack. I mean, what I've said, in all the podcasts I've normally gone on is I'm happy that the supporting cast was able to have, because if we're talking about supporting cast, I'm not saying that to be rude, because I'd be a part of a supporting cast. But it's nice to be part of, or it's nice to see people that wouldn't have normally gotten the spotlight have a chance to be on the show again, because I can't even imagine having the chance to be on Big Brother again. That's amazing, especially even after going on and then the next year being able to go back on. That's insane to me. So that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. A twice in a lifetime opportunity is pretty awesome. But it's been very underwhelming. Because we don't like to see one alliance in power the entire time. But in the other sense, I say that. But in another sense, I was part of level 6 that dominated a lot of the game. At least we gave a little bit more of flipping and, craziness along the way, but
a little more entertaining than
a little more entertaining. We were way more entertainment, but you got to give them credit for being able to do this. The fact that the entire alliance lasted all the way until the triple eviction is pretty crazy. So I give it to them in that sense. Unfortunately, these are not very entertaining people. So it hasn't been very entertaining of a season. And that's just, it just hasn't been entertaining.
Yeah. And you did play with Bailey. So what did you think of her gameplay this season in comparison to the season that you were on with her?
Bailey played kind of similar, I feel like, to be honest with you. I will say maybe she wasn't as reactive as she was our season. But the Bailey that I saw and, when I was in the house was fairly calm for the most part. So, and very, what's the word I'm trying to go for? Sociable, very sociable. She was one of the few people that I would always say, if I could have picked anybody from the other side of the house that wasn't in level 6 that I would have really trusted or wanted to work with, it would have been Bailey, to be honest with you. So that I really clung on to her, which was maybe why a reason how she got me on the block. But she Bailey is played a little bit similar of a game. I did not like when she told Christmas who her untouchable was. I thought that was a really bad game play, because if that person's not a person directly working with you or in your alliance, or I have said me and you are in alliance, I'm not giving you one iota piece of information about nothing. I am not telling you anything about anything. So I didn't agree with that. So, but I thought she played a pretty good game, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, we're Bailey fans. Because we like entertaining people, and obviously
Yeah.
Bailey may not strategically be the best, but she's good television. So
She is good
we were sad to
television.
see her go.
Yeah, for sure.
And on the opposite spectrum, Tyler is a great game player, but is kind of boring, especially this season.
Yeah.
So what did you think about him wanting to go home? Like we had comments from Danny, on the last night's episode, which we'll dive into, where he's saying, Danny says he wanted to go home, and that's frustrating. It's frustrating, especially on an all-star season.
She did say that. She said that in her eviction speech, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh my God.
she's talking to Julie.
like F you,
Oh,
CBS,
yeah.
and your edit. Like, we're not here trying to play up Tyler was the sacrificial lamb. She is telling us the truth. This man wanted to quit and go home to his girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean, he did say that. It's frustrating to see for sure, because there are plenty of people that would have loved to have taken that spot, would have loved to have had the opportunity. So it's a slap in the face when anybody says they want to go home. I hate hearing anybody say that. It's frustrating. When I was evicted, I had to sit there and watch Sam say multiple times how much she wanted to go home. So it's very frustrating, and I don't agree with it, and I don't like it. And but I know Tyler, and I know he's probably just like over it. So even though he did win that HOH, and so he was trying. Seems like he's trying more now, but yeah, he is not very entertaining. So it's I mean,
Yeah,
it is what it is. The season it is what it is. It's hard.
yeah.
You can tell, like we feel it as an audience, the toll that it seems that this is taking on him mentally.
Yes, you can.
We're definitely feeling that this season. So
yeah.
Oh, it'll be interesting. So let's talk a little bit about last night's episode. So we get this historic triple eviction. We're all waiting on it, from audience. This season's been vanilla, to say the least. And we're getting to the triple eviction like, all right, something's going to happen. So we first get Kevin goes, and he leaves, takes his blanket with him.
Yeah.
I mean, is he the first person to be evicted carrying his blankie out the door? Because I think he is.
Wait, what did he carry out the door with him?
That yellow
little
blanket
over his shoulder.
That's funny.
And I watched Sam's Instagrams, and he always does these little fun facts on his, and he talked about Kevin's blanket on one of his Instagrams, and he said that blanket was in there when you guys were in there, and Sam used that blanket regularly.
And with Sam, yes, Sam Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, Sam did. Yeah, well, our Sam's not even. I don't even know if she's live, to be honest with you, because I don't.
Where is she?
Not on.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Just one thing is bothering me. Okay, there we go. My hair.
So yes, he talks about sorry, got those confused. Sam Smith talks
from
about
last year.
Yeah, from last season.
Yeah.
And he talks about that blanket. And so I'm like, I wonder how long this blanket's been there. But Kevin definitely walked out the door with it. That's interesting. Meech walked out with a floaty, so threw it to the audience. But Kevin was like, I'm walking out with my blanket and all my sass. And thought he gave a good eviction speech.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, they couldn't even tease it a little bit. Like it was 100%. Oh, hey, these people are still on the block, and hey, we're gonna just talk about Dr. Will's message because there's no way that they're keeping him. We're not even gonna play with y'all. You all know that he's not sane, so we're just gonna move on from that.
And then, so Kevin goes home, no surprise, and we move right into the triple eviction. The house guests being told, watch
double eviction night.
Yeah, double eviction night. And they go out, do the trivia about, what Dr. Will was saying, wearing, etc. Nicole was fully prepared for this. However, she didn't pull out the W. Memphis wins this HOH. And shockingly targets David. And we've talked about this a few times on our episode, like how I do not see, none of us, and I guess as an audience member, can figure out why David is such a target for Memphis, why that's his only target. So Rachel, wondering if you have any insight for us.
I think the only reason why Nicole Anthony and David Alexander are his two targets are because they just weren't in an alliance with him. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, because it literally makes no sense. He belittled David throughout the entire season. As much as I don't think David really deserved to be on the season, don't belittle him. Don't make him feel like literally this big. And that's exactly, it's like David knew he didn't deserve to be on All-Star season. So he would just take it and act like a little, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like a little kid to the dad.
Exactly. Yeah. Like he got in trouble with his dad. And like, that's really frustrating to see. And it was just frustrating. The only thing I can think of is that he's not in an alliance with David. And he truly didn't think that David deserved to be on the season. And so he was just being a dick, if you will.
Yeah. Just being honest. That's what he was. So we did a show right before the episode last night where we put out our predictions on all the different scenarios of like, okay, if Memphis wins HOH, who's he going to nominate? Who's he going to target? And, obviously spot on with this one. Everyone knew this was coming. So no shocker there, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
but let's
he was like, finally, since day 2, I've been trying to get this guy out, and I can finally do it. And I'm like, what? He is not a physical threat. He's not a social threat. You're making David out, like, just because he doesn't deserve to be there, like, carry his ass to the end and win your $500,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about the vote, though, because like that's what was shocking to me. Was 3-2, and that was Christmas, right?
No, I was like Nicole on the block.
Yeah. No, Christmas voted out Nicole, correct?
Yeah, Christmas and Tyler vote out Nicole,
and
Enzo drops the mother ball.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's share our first tweet of the day. As you know, because you've been featured several times as our tweet of the day. Today, we couldn't just narrow it down to one. We have to go with 2. Our first one is going to come from Queen Janelle. And she says, F you, Enzo, you bitch. So there you go, guys. What is wrong with Enzo?
What's wrong with Enzo? Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Grow a pair, as you've been saying all season, as you go into the DRs and you say, listen, somebody's got to do something. Everybody, listen, these two, I got to do something. Like stop the talk and walk the walk. Like, Enzo, we love you, but come on, man. Like, that wasn't it. Why would you keep Nicole in over David? That makes no sense at all.
No sense. It makes absolutely no sense. So he completely just drops the ball here. You take out David, who did not even get to play Big Brother, over a former winner.
Yeah,
and, we've got our group message with us and Russell and Denise, and we're like, oh my gosh, is this going to happen? And we're all freaking out. And then, no, it's gone.
That's exactly what should have happened, though. They should have voted out Nicole. Why would you keep a winner in the house? Why would you do that?
The thing is that I even tweeted that out. I was like, do you think if they knew it was a triple eviction that they would try and go for Nicole? And I truly was like, if I knew it was a triple eviction, her ass would have been out. Because I would have been like, because, when you think someone's staying, you're like, okay, I need to appease. I need to da-da-da-da-da. But if you have the chance and you have the opportunity and you don't have to look that person in the eye and you don't have to lie to them all week and do all that crap, then getting them out during a double or a triple is the way to go. And they dropped the ball. And clearly when they saw it on the screen, that's when, I'll give it to Christmas, homegirl was like, let me take my opportunity. At least she has more balls than Enzo does, clearly.
Yeah. So I thought kind of the opposite. Like, do you think that if it had just been a double eviction and they had not seen that backdrop of triple eviction, do you think Enzo would have voted her out? Like, okay, there's no repercussion, she's gone, whatever. But then they saw it's a triple, and you do have that doubt in your mind of like, oh shit, like if Cody wins HOH and I've just voted out Nicole, is he going to go after me? Oh, hey, Kat.
I'm sorry. We have
I love it.
another guest here.
Oh, hi, kitty. Okay, I'm acting like that kitty's like literally right here. I love cats.
We do too. We love cats.
That's a good point. But no, I don't think. I mean, who knows? I don't know.
Enzo is one of our favorite people to watch on the feeds. Like, he makes such valid points, and we've, seen him as HOH, and even on the show, we've seen him kind of do this. And he does this thing where he's like, all right, the people to get out are these two people. And then he's like, okay, Christmas. So next, like, if you win HOH next week, I'm not going to put them up, but you do it. And then it's like, okay, Enzo, like, are you just all talk, no action? Is that what we're getting out of you? Because wow. And he had the chance to make a big move and didn't. And I don't know, like, maybe they just didn't, they don't have a lot of time to communicate. They have enough time, I think, to, connect with people, but he's not in that big alliance. So maybe people didn't tell him. I don't know. Like, I was so frustrated by him, but Janelle just voiced I think, America's thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, Enzo,
So
we were
funny.
rooting for you. Like, we need to throw up the Tyra Banks clip there. We were rooting for you, and you screwed it up. And, like, this just, like, Enzo, we were rooting for you, and now you're, like, down here in the middle of the pack. Like, yes, Christmas is still in there, lower than you, and Memphis, but, like, what the hell, dude? What the hell?
He just ruined that entire triple because this triple was so annoyingly predictable. So it could have been one of the greats had they got Nicole out.
Yeah. It would have been phenomenal.
Instead, they get out David. Like, that's your big move, Memphis?
So annoying.
Like, that's your big move? All right. Okay, cool. So then we move on to our next HOH. So David goes out the door. We move right into another HOH competition, and we see Tyler win this HOH.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tyler wins HOH, and he nominates Nicole and Danny, another predictable HOH.
Shocker.
Yep, exactly what we told y'all he would do. Not to pat ourselves on the back here, but we were spot on with who would be going home in the different scenarios. So, no shock
And
here.
Danny knew it. Danny knew it. I mean, we
did.
I mean, production knew it. We knew it as America. Like, this is what was going to happen. We see the conversations happening on the show, but then, last night in the show, we see Danny immediately go to Tyler and is like, look, I don't know what you're going to do, but just know, like, I've got you. I know we've been kind of rocky, but I've got you. And Tyler's like, yeah. And he kind of hints at Nicole, like, sorry, I got to put you up.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then he does. He puts them two up. He wins Veto. Obviously, he's not going to change his noms. And his target being Danny, as they've kind of had a falling out, and sends her packing.
Yeah, great.
The only entertainment we had left in the house was Danny and Christmas fighting, and now Danny's gone.
Yeah, like, that's all I wanted.
So boring.
I wanted was for it to come back with Danny and Christmas still in the house together. So why we couldn't have had one nice thing. I mean, I am glad that at least we have Nicole and Christmas to beef it out a little bit, but could y'all have imagined if Danny would have stayed and they would have voted out Nicole? Like, the feeds
Danny would have been
so lit.
Nicole should have been out on the second one. It should have been Nicole out, and then Danny probably would have followed afterwards. Yeah, we would have had Nicole and Danny out. We had to have David still in, which
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no good scenarios, but I yesterday said that I was kind of hoping that we did lose David in the double, just because I did not want them to waste a whole nother week on him, because we would have come back, David would have been the target, and we would have had a whole week of predictability. So I'm not sad that he went out, but they definitely lost the entertainment value of sending out Nicole Franzel. So
yeah. It made the triple more entertaining, but now I just predict that Nicole is going to go up as a pawn every week against somebody, and until
100%.
maybe they're not being the target, but next to someone they are targeting, maybe like next to a Tyler being the target. And if they can't get out Tyler, then okay, well, we lose Nicole, so what?
Yeah, she's like, please don't pull me out. Just put me on the block. Like it's gonna be an every week thing. I can't believe I'm on the block. Don't pull me out.
We were just complimenting Nicole how she hasn't had her whiny voice on in a few episodes now. The DRs have been pretty good. And then last night we got overload of all the whining. I was like, she just made up for everything that's happened in the past
Here
week.
you go. Ed, spot on.
Nicole gonna get
real nasally now. Yeah. It's gonna be extra bad. So let's talk about that second veto competition where they did the exact same puzzle. Yeah. I mean, did they even mix the pieces up, or did they literally just have to run them from one side to the other? Because that's bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. It was
assembled, right? It was assembled on one side.
Assembled on one side. They just had to take it and move it. And I'm sure
it was a foot race
purposes. Yeah, it was literally
a foot race. This is obviously Tyler is going to beat Danny in a foot race. Like, this is such bullshit. This goes back to but this goes back to the very first HOH comp where all the women had to navigate the ball to the very end of their board. The men's were all up close. Like, there's no chance that Danny was going to win this veto. 0.
Yeah, it was, and God, it was just so heartbreaking to see Danny go home because she loves this game so much. And I know that I know that person, like, through, like, she hardly even does interviews, like, for like years because, she wanted to make sure she was invited back for an all-star season. Like, she loves Big Brother. She would drop everything to go on the show. So I felt so bad for her during this whole thing because you could just see it all over her face how upset she was.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, awesome. And I feel she had the best. I think she's had one of the most, I don't know the right word, but she worded her feelings the best with Julie. Maybe outside of Janelle, but she really, spoke well. Sorry about my cat, y'all. She's like really rubbing all the cat. So she just spoke so well about the game, and she, you can tell she loves this game, and she just, she was articulating herself very well. Jim said it. She did. She said everything that we were feeling. She said everything that, she got it all out there. And like Kylie said, she didn't care about production wanting to make Tyler, look a certain way. She was like, he wanted to go. Like, it's frustrating for someone who loves this game so much to want to stay in this house and to see someone like that struggling so badly.
It was, And then also, Christmas was so annoying when she won.
Girl, so annoying. Like,
I can't even watch her anymore, y'all. Like,
I can't watch her win things.
Every time she got an answer right in like the true and false, she was like, yes.
Oh yeah.
I was calm the hell down. What is wrong with you?
I would never want to go against her in something because she would be like the type of person that would just like rub it in your face if she like beat you. Like, she's the type of person like a putt-putt game or like something that's not very serious. Like, she's literally all in and like make you feel like crap if you like lose.
Yeah, I mean, she's just super intense and super extra.
Yeah,
but not like a fun way. It's in an annoying way because I'm very extra and I get very angry. Like, if I when I play putt putt, I'm like, you're going down, okay? Like, I don't play, but I try to do it in a fun way where it's not annoying.
Right, like. You're not going to bring it up like
beat you up.
I'm not going to run you over with my car if you beat me in putt putt.
Yes, basically. Yes.
And I'm not going to talk about it a year from now. Like, Do you remember that time we played Putt Putt and I beat your ass?
Yeah, exactly.
And on Wednesday's episode, we saw she was upset she didn't get to play Veto. So it's like maybe
Oh God, that was so annoying.
It was like we got to see this and her like crying in this blanket or something, and then Tyler apologizing that he got picked. Also bad, but anyway. And then tonight, or last night, she's like pumped, jumping around that she won this veto, and I'm like, why are you this excited? Like, you're not on the block. You're not going to use it. Yeah. Like, it makes it look like you wanted these people like gone so badly. Like,
just her when she didn't get picked for the veto, and she's like, well, if I go home, like, it's so annoying.
Yeah,
I just
on Thursday.
The temper tantrum that was okay. Yeah, I know that's not the double eviction or triple eviction, but the temper tantrums it's the temper tantrums for me.
It's the temper tantrums for me.
Yeah.
I think I broke these, but yeah. Okay. Wow, my hair looks great. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So, oh God, the comments are. Jim thinks that was amazing.
Like
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim.
But we did get one other good thing in the second veto competition, and that was Nicole Franzel eating it on the balance beam. And somebody, wherever you are out there, please get this as a clip. And this brings us into our second tweet of the day, also from our girl Janelle. Nicole gets nominated twice and placed plants into the ground during the veto. What a time to be alive.
Janelle, man, so is Savage. She does not care.
Yeah, she should just change her middle name to Savage. Janelle Savage.
Yes, Janelle. Yeah, exactly. That needs to be her name. That is hilarious.
She calls Enzo out for not making ballsy moves. She calls Kevin out for being whiny on the regular. And Nicole is always a victim of her tweets. So
yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, Janelle, she had nobody to work with, and the people that she had to work with were unseasoned, and didn't and weren't strong enough, and they weren't on Janelle's level, unfortunately. Yeah. Janelle is a strong, independent businesswoman. She is selling houses, real estate agent extraordinaire. Like, she is,
bitch.
Yeah. And from what I've heard from Andy, I believe when he came on my show, was like, Janelle she's a force. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's very tall. She's not a BS type of person. So like, she's incredibly intimidating in general. And if you can't handle her, or if you have any type of self-doubt, it's just gonna creep in. And I feel bad that I hate that Janelle did not get a longer run on the show. Like it's devastating, literally.
This is not even All Stars without her. Like, her going so early was just a sign to the times coming of how shitty this season was going.
Should have just ended it all, guys.
Yeah. Really, really sucked.
Made up a fake positive test and been like, oh, all right, we gotta shut it down because
canceled.
It's over.
But I mean, Danny has to be sitting in the jury house today regretting her decisions. Like, just think of how different this would have been if she would have sided with Janelle from the get-go, and we have a completely different game.
Yeah.
Completely different. I mean, and I think it was Janelle that tweeted out, had you worked with the people that, wanted to work with you, like the Kevin and myself and Kaser and Bailey, and all of us wanted to work with you, and Davon, we all wanted to work with you, and you decided to work with the other side, and this is what you get, and we all saw that Danny was the lowest on the totem pole in that alliance, and was becoming very, very clear that she was going to be the next out, which is what happened, and she didn't see it. And so it's why it's like, on one hand you feel sorry for her, but on the other hand you're like, but you
Right,
had all
exactly.
these opportunities to keep all these other people in the house that would have protected you. She had all these other side people that were going to protect her, and then she just threw them all away for
Sure, and especially looking at her HOH reign, where you had the opportunity to take Tyler out, and you know, what goes
wow,
around
that
comes around,
is
and he
exactly.
clipped your ass.
There you go for for doing that. I mean, and they were down to, I mean, they had said when we're down to the final 6, which I guess he kind of committed to, except for Enzo, right? Because they were, yeah. So I guess he kind of went with that, but I don't know. That might bite him a little bit. I don't think that Danny's gonna be voting for Tyler in the end, maybe because of that, but who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. So that's your triple eviction, guys.
Very predictable. We called it all last night. It was very disappointing in who won HOH. And this, I was really hoping if David won any comps this season, it would have been at least one of these HOHs or one of these vetoes. Just
he was
to
close
have a win.
to that one veto. He was close to winning
close.
veto.
Yes, Kevin beat him out in the Vine comp.
But last night he was close to beating Christmas.
Yeah, he was close to beating Christmas last night, and that would have been so good. That would have been so good. I mean, even if he would have still gone like in the next one, it just would have been entertaining.
Yeah,
we needed it, but now we have the jury is more entertaining than who's left in the house. So
that's normally how it goes. Isn't that normally how it goes? No, and David's speech when he was like, I want to play and slip inside, and I want to play in whatever he said, and I was like, yeah, so did I. Like we all do. Like you. Well, I mean, that annoyed me. That really annoyed me.
His campaign to Danny when him and Kevin were on the block was, I want to see the table get smaller.
Yeah, and I want to see.
Danny said, "Come back later. Come back later when you got a better reason."
Yeah, I was like, yeah, and I wanted to see jury, and I wanted to see a lot of other freaking things. Yeah, we all do. Okay, that annoyed me.
I mean, he got to see OTEV. He got to see OTEV, and Davon has played this game 3 times and never gotten to see OTEV. So
yeah, that was just annoying for all Big Brother alumni who have gotten out early and was playing a really good game and then got really screwed over and will probably never play again. But yeah, it's kind of a slap in the face. And then I got a bunch of people on my thing said, well, you're a flop and you're this. And well, at least he did this. And I said, well, then I'm just going to block you. So whatever.
Bye-bye.
I was like, me.
Oh, well. That moves us into the feeds where we wish it could say it got better, y'all, but
well, I don't know. Okay, so obviously Danny walking out the door, she's got her little beef with Christmas of, so I guess we're gonna take it personal. I guess we are. Like, yeah, bitch, I'm leaving. It is personal.
Danny,
what happened? What happened?
Danny
was walking out the door.
Go ahead.
Well, she didn't hug Christmas and Tyler. Mm-hmm. Gives everyone else a hug. And Christmas, I guess, was kind of going in for that hug. And he just brushed on past her. And she says, I guess we're going to take it personal. And Danny's like, I guess we are. Like, yeah, Jesus. Bitch, I'm leaving the house. I am 100% taking this personal. So, that's all I wanted, guys. I just wanted those two left in the house together, but we have to get evil stepsister number 2 and Christmas beefing. So,
but I don't know that they will.
It could be
I don't know that they're going to beef too much because just of how
because
personality is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If it was Danny left and Nicole was the one to go out the door, I mean, the intensity between Danny and Christmas would most definitely heat up. But we have Nicole left in the house, and she is going to do everything she can to align with Christmas, I guarantee.
Yeah.
With the guys, too.
Yeah.
She's going to do, I don't even know what she's going to do. She's just.
So the feeds come back, and I kind of thought that they wouldn't do the HOH until today. But they went ahead and did it last night. So when the feeds come back from the West Coast airing, we have a new HOH.
And
Guess who
it is
I know who the HOH is.
for the 10th week in a row. It is the man, Cody Calafiore. Shocker. More shockers. We just can't help to drop all of the shockers today on our show. Just everything predictable happening in the Big Brother house.
Yep. So Cody, HOH, which y'all, okay. I don't even know anymore. I mean, there's 6 people left. I guess I want Cody to win. Enzo, I don't want you to win anymore because you didn't vote out Nicole. So you've dropped down the totem pole. So you know what? Great. Good for Cody. Like, he deserves to win.
Who's Cody going to put up?
He's already confirmed that
Christmas.
he's putting up Christmas and Tyler. Christmas is his target.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Christmas.
I am excited for this. I'm excited for a whole week of Christmas on the block.
That'll be
spiral.
fun.
Yes.
That will be a lot
So
of fun to
it
watch.
is the best thing that's happened this week.
Yeah. And I think we saw like maybe even before I get confused on like what I see on TV and then like what I see on the feeds. So I think we saw before the show ended that they were talking about have-nots ending. So at least there's that. We won't have to see.
There's not.
Oh, snap.
So there is one have-not. Enzo was the only have-not left, and he had to name a new have-not, and he chose Nicole. And Nicole's pissed. Like, why would you weaken me? You know, why didn't you choose somebody else? And Enzo's like, yo, like, we're gonna play in the Veto tomorrow. Like, you're gonna be okay. It's, you know, have-nots don't get that bad until later in the week. But she's mad. She's upset. She's got to sleep in the room by herself.
I was really hoping it would be Christmas. Like, I just
really
want to see her win every day.
Yeah, I wanted it to be Christmas again, but
Nobody wants to be a have-not. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I can see why people would get upset because it does suck, but like, just do it. Stop complaining and just do it.
Yeah.
What do you think
Easier said
about?
than done, but
What do you think about the dynamic this season where the house guests choose who the next incoming have-nots are?
I think that's really smart on production's part, because it does cause friction and people to get pissed. I mean, we've gotten some funny moments. So we had the Davon and Christmas moment where Christmas just could not even fathom why Davon would pick her. Anyways, I'm just like, so we've had some great moments with that. And so, yeah, I like it. What I would definitely be somebody that maybe I would definitely be petty with it. Probably. I really, really hate that I wasn't able to get to petty Rachel on Big Brother because I was playing so nice. And so like, I really wish I could have had the opportunity to like, just get like petty and get dirty in the game. Like I never had that opportunity. So it would have, that would have been fun for me. Yeah, I definitely would have been petty.
Hope to get you back on our screens and get to see this side of you, because we agree we didn't get to see enough of you on our show, but we definitely didn't get to see petty side of you. So we would.
I know.
But I mean, look at some of the people they've brought back. Like you've got so much more personality than 90% of them. And
I have more personality in my pinky finger.
Right, exactly. And you're a super fan. So, I mean, I would think that you've got a chance to come back again.
I don't, but it's like, I don't. But you would think that, you know, they would want to, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being pessimistic, but that's just how I feel, because there was just, my season was packed full of personalities and all these different people. I can't even get on CBS's social media. So there's no way that I can't even be asked to do a takeover on their social media, and I'm an actress and a performer, and anyways, so if I can't even ask me to do something like that, I can't. It's astonishing to me. Brett went on the CBS social media last night and said, "What's up, everybody? This is El Cockroach, the most entertaining person from BB20," and I was like, no. but okay. But no.
would pay money to just see you like do impressions of previous house guests.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I was going to do this season, but I'm going to be honest with you. I was like, I don't know if I should because it's an all-star season and like all these people. I'm ready for next year when we will have a new people that I don't know and I can just make fun of them. I can just make fun and impersonate them and I don't know them. That will be fun for me. But I always just, I definitely, I need to do stuff like that. When I was watching him last night on the thing, I was like, God dang it. It's like, okay.
That was such a good impression of Brett. You could even do just your like castmates, like,
yeah,
hey, like do this is Brett or this is Winston, like go down the list of Rockstar. So, there's so many good ones.
I was gonna do a whole thing before they announced the cast. Like when I found out they were doing All Stars, first off, I went through the pissed off phase. Rachel, thank you. I went through the pissed off phase and then I was like, oh, this would be so funny to like do a whole like thing. Why I like take all the BB alumni that I was going to do Josh and Casey. I was going to do this really funny thing where it was like furniture sitting there, but I was going to incorporate myself and I was going to have it be like, I was going to say Angela, Casey, and Rachel. And then I was going to have a microphone and go comments, concerns, comments. And then it'd be nothing and it's just furniture. And then I was going to do Dan. I was going to do Janelle. I was going to do Josh. These meeples. I don't even know. I can't even. I can do better if I sat down and really thought about it. But anyway. Yeah. I was gonna do this whole thing and then I ended up not doing it. But there you go.
No, you've got.
Well, yeah, we need that. We need that content in the off season.
Yes, I will. I'm gonna do some more impressions next year, definitely, because I need something to keep me entertained, and I just need to be entertained.
You heard it here, folks. So y'all go check out Rachel on social media because she's promised us this. It's
coming down the pipeline.
It will happen. So follow me.
And hopefully we get to see you do a CBS takeover soon because,
I'm so annoyed by that. I can't even tell you. That probably annoys me the most.
Oh,
I'm like, I can't even get asked to do a CBS freaking takeover. I am literally so outspoken on social media. I have a great personality. I'm funny and I'm a huge super fan and I do impressions, but I can't do a CBS takeover.
We're going to make it happen. Y'all get it trending. Hashtag beauty takeover with Rachel Swindler. Make it happen.
Yeah.
It's literally insane.
We're going to get this trending. It's happening next week. Get ready, Rachel. You better get on.
It's just like whenever they pick people to do The Bold and the Beautiful, they pick people who are not actors, are not entertain. Like it makes no sense. It literally makes zero sense to me. I was like, the only thing I wanted from all of this was to go on Bold and Beautiful. That was it. That's all I wanted. Could I like literally the only thing I wanted, just put me on Bold and Beautiful. And then they're like, oh, that makes perfect sense to put somebody on that has no acting experience. Go. Like
you go do this. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. I just got on a platform there. I just got on a pedestal where
we get a little confused by CBS and their production too. I mean, there's some definitely confusing things, that being one of them, along with the many things.
I think it's just who I can't. It's just who they like. Like it's not or who the casual. I don't know if it's. I think somebody said it's like whoever produces Bold and Beautiful or whatever. It's who they like as like the casual viewer. Do you know what I'm saying? Or who like
right.
That's it's not about talent. It's not about whose resume has this or anything like that. It's just about who they like. They don't care if you have any acting experience. So whatever.
We're hopefully we get to see you on our screen soon. If they don't, hopefully we just get to see you on the CBS Instagram. That would make it.
You know what? That if we could just get the bare minimum at this point, the CBS takeover. If we could just get the bare minimum, I can't even get that.
I feel like that's not too much to ask. CBS,
not too much.
Come on,
not too much to ask, but apparently
it
is.
All right. Well, after we Cody's HOH, he talks about targeting Christmas and Tyler. Tyler does apologize for voting different than Cody and Enzo. Shocker.
Like,
He is trying to put Band-Aids over the mistake he made. I guess he didn't. Again, I guess we missed pieces of this and we don't get the full picture, but Tyler apologizes. He's like, sorry, didn't.
I thought this was happening. Like, I thought everybody was voting out Nicole. And
y'all didn't, so now it looks stupid.
Yeah, and so
wait, so does Nicole know that it was Christmas and Tyler?
Yeah, they immediately told her, so she knew.
Oh wow!
Like, going into the third HOH, that
what'd she say?
They had voted her out. Well, she says that they're dead to her. So.
Oh, okay.
So she gets that. She gets to be have not. Nicole's just not having a good week.
Yeah, but Cody's not going to put her up. So, yeah.
That's so funny.
So, yeah, we just get basically a little bit of game talk. Cody and Enzo are a little worried that they're going to see Memphis use the veto if he wins. Like, if he finds out that they're targeting Christmas and not Tyler, he thinks that Memphis wins veto, he takes down Christmas, and they've got to put up Nicole, probably. And then they control the votes. And Nicole goes home. So they have not clued Memphis in yet that Christmas is going to be the target. So.
Well, if I were them, I would just put Memphis's ass up because I could not. Like, let's get rid of Tyler.
Yeah.
No, they want to take Memphis to the end because everyone hates Memphis. They're going to he's the perfect final two. But, I mean, he's won a lot, so I don't, would he? But, like, he's just not. It's
hard to even say, like, he could be there. And
he gives me an icky feeling. Like, everybody's going to want to bring him to final two because he's just.
But he's not played a terrible game.
That's true. I mean, at this point, everybody that's left when we're talking about statistics, I mean, Nicole is probably the worst. You know, she hasn't won anything.
She's not won anything. She's not done anything.
But Enzo thinks really highly of Nicole's game. Like, he thinks she's playing an amazing game, and he loves the game that she's playing, which is confusing. But okay, Enzo, whatever.
Yeah. I think she's been carried in my point. I don't think she has been instrumental in any big decision or been the right. I don't know. I think she's been carried.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even when Danny, her closest ally, was HOH, and Danny puts up, Davon, or he puts
Ian
up, and Nicole's, well, she obviously likes Cody more than me. Like, on their drunken night, she's mad because Ian got put up, and Enzo didn't get put up, who is Cody's number one. So, yeah, very telling.
Whiny.
Yeah, whiny about everything. Even drunk Nicole is whiny.
I'm sure it's more whiny.
It's funny because I don't remember her. Was she this whiny on her first season? Like, I don't know. I can't.
Right. I think it's gotten progressively worse every time.
Yeah. I was saying that this season, Nicole just looks weathered. Like, she looks like she's like just going through it. I don't know what it is, but like on her other season, she seemed like to have life and be perky and excited. And then this season, it seems like there's like a deadness in her eyes. Not to be like literally that length, but that's what it feels like.
It's almost as if she's like 10 years older than she was. And it really wasn't that long ago.
I know. I just feel like she's just like doesn't want to be. I don't know. I mean, everybody in a certain sense to me, I feel like they didn't want to be there. It was just weird. I feel like this was just a weird season. It's just weird.
It is. We have a comment here from Ben who says, does Nicole deserve more credit socially? She made final six and survived the block twice with one of the biggest targets.
No.
That's it.
No, I mean, yeah, I guess. But I mean, they've seen her in past seasons. This is her third time playing. Like, Yeah, I guess we can say that she, she does have a bit of a social game. Sorry, that went down the wrong pipe. But okay, I'll give her a little bit of credit for her social game, but
yeah, I mean, I guess I'm really confused. Like, I mean, there's something about her personality that must not come across the screen because
no, it's not. It is these pregame text messages that have gotten her to.
Well, I know, but I mean, she has made it pretty far 3 times. I mean, she's won once, she's in the final 6 again, but when I look at her personality, I just think, oh no, I couldn't be around her.
No, I did like her so much more her first 2 seasons.
Me too.
It's this season has just been, I don't know if it's like the mood, the cast, what's happening with her, but the Nicole train ended the last time.
Yeah, I agree. I was so happy. I was excited when she won her season. I really liked her. And I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like her. Like I said, it's just different this time around. She just seems different. It seems like there's something wrong.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Janelle really shook her at the beginning. I don't know. Like,
I guess so.
Something's happened with her.
Yeah. It's like concerned for her like mental health a little bit. I'm concerned for anybody's mental health that go on that show, to be honest. But
yeah.
So Christmas and Tyler ultimately being the targets this week. Them two, I think they would have been no matter what, but them two voting against Nicole really put the icing on the cake. Ed says, I like the Fruit Loop dingus, not this.
Right. We should have stopped there. We should have stopped with when she was the Fruit Loop dingus.
Yes.
Yep. So Tyler and Christmas are going to go up this week. Christmas being the target, unless she wins Veto. Let's see if she does us another little jig if she wins Veto this week.
Yeah, and I mean the interesting thing is, we are down to 6, so everybody's playing for Veto. So that's ultimately what matters. Who wins Veto is going to control so much.
I can't believe there's only 6 people left. Jesus.
We should have just kept going last night. Just kept going.
Let's
play.
Yeah, we should have just kept going for sure.
Just play this competition 3 more times. Send everyone out the door.
Exactly.
Pick the winner last night. Yeah. So the chat is blowing up over here.
Hey, J-Lo.
J-Lo, not to be possibly the real Jennifer Lopez. We're not really sure.
Jesus, that picture.
This is obviously the real J-Lo. Anyways, J-Lo says she is more concerned with her image than actual gameplay, and that's why, in my opinion, she isn't likable anymore. I mean, it's hard to tell if she's concerned with her image because I don't feel like she's doing anything to help her image.
Right.
Or her gameplay. It's like she's not doing
have
either.
some shockers when she comes out. Let's talk about this with Aiden real quick. Aiden, do you want to dye your hair pink now or later?
Yeah, so Aiden promised us at the beginning, he came on one of our very early shows and was like, if David does not win this season, I'm dyeing my hair pink. So David fan over here.
He's a David fan. Aiden's a David fan.
Yes.
Oh,
hardcore.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
So send us the picture with the pink hair. You can wait till the end of the season, or you can do it now.
All right. Any more comments? So we're right at the top of our hour. Rachel, before you go, one question. Would you go back into the Big Brother house given the opportunity? I feel like you've made it clear, but just want the audience to hear. Would we ever get to see you on our screens again on Big Brother?
Well, like I said, I can't get on a CBS takeover, so I don't know how likely that is. Since I can't get on their social media channel. But if I was asked to go back in the house, I definitely would, for sure.
And we need to see petty Rachel so badly.
Exactly. I need to get my name a little up higher because now anytime anybody says Rachel, they're thinking about Rachel Riley. They're not thinking about Rachel Swindler. So we've got to
get like we need like your face, the GIF of your face. Whenever Angela's goodbye message comes out. I mean that, but we got to get something out there. We're going to think of it and get you.
I know. I get so annoyed when I think about, because like, you know, how reality TV edits things. I mean, I was playing so low key and like not even my friends, my family, everybody was so shocked. They were like, Rachel, you were so calm. It was like, we couldn't even believe it, because I'm not a calm person. I am literally, I am over the top. I'm ridiculous. And they're like, you were so calm. And I go, I know. And so I was super excited because I was playing so well, and then I flipped out. So I didn't get to at least I had my what was it? Least trending in America moment. At least I had that. When I got screamed at the entire time. So I was like, okay, well that was a good segment. At least I got one segment.
You did get a punishment. Yeah. That happened.
Yes. And at least I got a punishment. I wanted to wear a costume, but it's fine. I wanted the whole experience. I literally, when I went through my casting, I was like, give me all the punishments, get me to jury. I want everything. I want all you have. Give it to me. And they were like, okay, well, we'll just put you on the show then.
All right. Well, here's this girl who wants everything. Let's give it to her.
Exactly.
We'll give her an early eviction too.
What about any? Yeah.
What about what?
What about any of the other shows? Would you do Survivor or The Challenge?
You know, I mean, at this point, I would have been asked about that already, I feel like. But I would. I mean, I don't know how long I would last in Survivor. Unfortunately, sorry. I haven't watched a lot of Survivor, and because I don't, I'm not a wilderness type of girl, and I would not survive very well out without things. And so yes, I would not survive well. But if somebody said, hey, you have a chance to go in Survivor, you should probably, and I'd go, okay, well, yes, then let me get behind, you know, I would do my homework is what I'm trying to say. So I would definitely be on the Challenger Survivor. I would do another reality show for sure. I think I would. I don't know. We'll see.
And we also know that you can sing. You have some pipes on you. Would you ever do The Masked Singer?
Oh my God, yes.
I love that show. Like I love The Masked Singer.
Yeah, I kept saying I was like I would only do another reality show that was like a talent type of show. But I would love to do The Masked Singer. I think I have a friend. Oh wait, I don't know if I can talk about that. Never mind. It's not me. I know somebody that's going on a Masked Singer type of show. It's a Vegas performer that I know. Anyways, but she's told me about the show, and I was like, girl, who? I was like, give me that casting director. I was like, I would love to be on that show.
Let me get on there. Yeah. I love that show. And I don't see any reason like you wouldn't be able to go on there. They have, you know, tons of people that like we've had people on there from America's Got Talent that end up on there. And, you know.
Well, thank you so much.
So I'm rooting for you to go on there along with the CBS takeover on their Instagram.
Yes. Thank you. We're going to start low with the CBS takeover.
Jim, you weren't on at the beginning, but Rachel is not single. I'm sure she gets this question all of the time. She's not single.
No.
Because his question above that, I don't think.
Love Island.
Yeah, would you go on Love Island? So
I would be a hot mess on Love Island. I'm just saying that right now. Every time I watch it, this was the first season I watched it, and I am so indecisive. And I mean, even now I'm just so indecisive, and I'm always just like, I don't know, is this right or is it not? Is it right? Is it not? Is it right? You know, I'm just all over the place. So I would probably be the worst on Love Island, but I would make for great television because I would be so indecisive. They would be like, I would never win Love Island for sure. I mean, maybe I would, but no, probably not.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us live today. Rachel, it was great chatting with you, getting your takes, getting a little bit of your petty side. Can't wait to hear more. Tell everyone where they can follow you on your social media.
You can follow me at Rachel Swindler on my Instagram or at Rachel Swindler on Twitter.
All right, y'all, go give her a follow. We are going to get hashtag BB Takeover Rachel Swindler 2020 trending. It's happening.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thanks everyone who joined us live. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you get notifications every time we go live on the Russell Hantz Show. And drop us a comment and a thumbs up letting us know what you thought about today's episode and our guest, Rachel. Thanks so much for joining us today, Rachel. You were great. We loved getting your take on everything going on BB All Stars.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.